Hey folks, what's up? Evan from Stock Music Musician, and today I have 5 lyric writing tips for writing intros that instantly catch your listener's imagination. These are 5 different approaches you can use when you are writing lyrics that draw the listener in and will have them want to know where the story goes next. So I'm going to talk you through these 5 techniques and provide you with examples of each of them. The way I describe them as: first, it's a plea to a third party. Second, a song that quickly establishes the theme about what it is about. Third, it's an open invitation to the listener to kind of do something with the singer. Fourth, you're offering a slice of life. Maybe there's going to be a twist to it. And finally, it's location, location, location. You're setting the scene. You're painting this picture of a place or a time. So let's jump into the first of these techniques. A plea to a third party. These are incredibly effective ways of starting a song. It's basically you're addressing somebody else specifically, and you're asking them for something, and it instantly makes the listener want to know what's going on between the singer and this third party you kind of brought in almost in the middle of a situation. The first example of this would be Hey Jude by the Beatles. It goes, hey Jude, don't be afraid, take a sad song and make it better. And you're like drawn in. I don't know who Jude is. Why is it Jude in a bad place? And in Hey Jude, the singer is in a good place and they're reaching out to somebody in a bad place, and you want to know now all about this. Operator by Jim Croce is the exact opposite situation. It starts, operator, can you help me place this call? It seems like the number is faded or something to that effect. And so here, Jim Croce, or the singer, is in a bad place, and he's reaching out to the phone operator to help him try and find this lost love of his, who's living in LA with his best friend Ray. So, it's not a good situation. All of the Single Ladies is a broad plea to all of the single ladies. Yes, all the single ladies. All the single ladies. All of the single ladies. And, they got to put their hand up and all of that. So it's a really cool way of actually, if you are a single lady, it even includes you in it. It's even broader than the first 2 songs because it's a category of people now that might be drawn in. But even if you're not a single lady, you might still be saying, why is she talking to all the single ladies? What is she going to say to all the single ladies? And then finally, you've got Yellow by Coldplay, which is look at the stars. Look at how they shine for you. It's a specific person, a specific occupation, all the people of a category, or you. And this really draws in a listener and makes them want to be invested in where the rest of the story is going. And these songs all establish this in the first line or 2. Next up, we have songs that quickly establish the scene and the theme of the song. So the most recent one being, Sweetie's hit, That's My Best Friend. She's a real bad, she's got her own money, and goes on from there. And it's all just a song about having this badass best friend. The first word is literally, that's my best friend. And they just go on talking about why they're each other's best friends. The second one is All You Need Is Love by the Beatles. And literally it starts love, love, love. And then it goes love, love, love. And then it goes love, love, love. Love is all you need. So you know exactly what that song is from the beginning. These types of songs are really good for licensing, especially if you have a theme that is licensable, because the person that's looking to license your song is going to know exactly what it's about from the beginning, so they can decide whether or not they want to keep listening. But they also are really useful for licensing because everything else should support this theme. You've drawn the listener in, and then boom, you can keep delivering that. And the other great example of this is Yeah by Usher, which, I think the first line in that song is probably Yeah. The second line is probably Lil Jon. And if you ever hear Lil Jon on a song, you instantly know that you're in for a party. But in the actual song, when they start singing, I was in the club, and it goes from there. Like, it's clear lyrically, musically, exactly what's going on, that you're about to have fun in the club. It's about a night at a party. Like, you get the scene and the theme from the beginning. Next up, you have songs that are an open invitation to the listener. These basically, like, take the listener from being a passive person just sitting there listening to the music to, like, being invited in to the story that the songwriter is going to tell, or the singer is going to tell. Dua Lipa's Levitating starts, if you want to run away with me, I know a galaxy and I can take you for a ride. And then it's all about having freaky, cosmic love, let's say. But it's an invitation to run away. In Green Day's song Basket Case, it says, do you have the time to listen to me whine? Which is like, I don't know, do I? It's a really intriguing way to start a song. It's an invitation to you to engage with the singer, and presumably everything that follows after that is going to be the whining. Strawberry Fields Forever by the Beatles is an invitation. Let me take you down because I'm going to strawberry fields, right? Like, it's bringing you in. It's asking you to come along with them. It's asking you to come along with them down to this crazy place called Strawberry Fields. And similarly, the classic Sympathy for the Devil by Rolling Stones is, please allow me to introduce myself. I'm a man of wealth and taste. It's like an incredible way to start a song. You're asking for the listeners, permission to tell the rest of the story, but obviously the song's going to keep playing. So you're sort of, by them keeping the song playing, they granted you permission and you are now kind of in. And then it tells this story where you're like, ooh, who is this? It turns out it's the devil. Spoiler alert. Next are songs that really focus on the location of a place. Often these songs might even have the location in the title. Most of the time it's going to be New York or California for whatever reason, but I'm sure people sing about other places as well. And the important part about these types of songs is that they establish it from the first word, the first phrases, as opposed to like Strawberry Fields is a song about a location, but they don't bring you into that location from the beginning, whereas The Long and Winding Road does. The long and winding road that leads to your door, and then it goes on and talks all about this long and winding road and the emotions and all that attached to it. Hotel California is perhaps the quintessential song about a place, and it starts out on a dark desert highway. It's like, that's the perfect setting for any, song that's a little creepy, and you're like instantly, right? You see yourself driving along in this desert highway, and then turns out you can check out, but you can never leave. And like, that's exactly the vibe that you want to set for this place. Welcome to New York by Taylor Swift starts all about how, she's in the village walking around and like she hears like the call of New York. And California Love, obviously it starts with the great vocoded phrase, California Love, but then, it's like, let me welcome everybody to the wild, wild west. And like it draws you in. It's not necessarily asking, that's not an invitation. That is already, you've been welcomed. That's a little different there. But then they start talking about how, the state is untouchable and just go from there. And the final approach to songwriting at the beginning is a slice of life. This is, I think, taken from storytelling and screenwriting instructions that they say you have to start with where the character is in their normal life, then there's an interruption, and then they become like a hero. That's sort of the hero's journey in a nutshell. And so these songs kind of just start you in the middle of these people's day, and then there's usually a twist to it. So Just My Imagination by The Temptations, it's like each day through my window, I watch her as she passes by. That's every day. That's what he does. And then, the twist is that he doesn't even know her. That's the reality of it. But you have this whole song about, what the day-to-day life is of imagining being with this woman. And Eleanor Rigby, you learn exactly what her days are like, and then you learn what Father Mackenzie's every day is like, and then twist, she dies and Father Mackenzie has to bury her. Or It Was a Good Day by Ice-T is like a classic storytelling song of like, what every day is like, but then, or what a perfect day is like, but by saying that, you're contrasting that with what every bad day is not like. And then maybe at the end, there's a little thing where he's like, yeah, this is all made up. So here are 5 techniques you can use. Draw the listener in. It's a really, really great way, not only if you want to do music licensing, but also just if you want to write great songs. I hope you found this useful. Be sure to like and subscribe and check out this next video because it's going to really help you improve your music. Thanks. Bye.